Hello viewer and welcome to the much requested agro show Arable Africa here on KUtv with me, Farming-Charoza. You see, Arable Africa equips you with the necessary agri-information required for your agripreneurship skills. From farm success stories to information on the current market status, Arable Africa brings it all. But first things first, let us have a look at the Arable news.
Kenya has since been known as an agricultural country with leading exports like tea, coffee, flowers. But there's a new produce that is getting lots of attention, the avocado. Kenya resides in an ideal location for avocado growth, as avocados thrive in subtropical climates. The main season for Kenyan avocados is March to September, with Fort being available from March and Hass variety being available from May. Kenya produces an estimated 115,000 metric tons of avocado annually, 70% of which is grown by small-scale farmers. Some years back, most of the avocados were sold in local markets, but this has drastically changed of recent, where 3/4 of the avocado fruit grown is exported to other countries. Most of the Kenyan avocado farmers are found in Murang'a, Nyeri, Kiambu, Kisii, Meru, and Mount Kenya avocado regions. Kenya has witnessed a sharp increase in the number of countries interested in the Kenya avocados, like the Netherlands, France, Spain, Iran, Libya, and Egypt, among others. Leading exporters include Mount Kenya avocado farms. Today in Kenya, more and more farmers are compelled to start growing important avocado trees, which will triple the country's production rates for exportation.
There is proof that passion fruit is the third most popular fruit in Kenya after mangoes and bananas respectively. Passion fruit farming in Kenya popularity is set to rise even more due to changes in consumer preferences as Kenyans move from carbonated soft drinks to fresh juices. Furthermore, juice-producing companies are already sourcing various fruits and vegetables from farmers or are in the process of doing so in a bid to tap fresh fruits processing segments. The main benefit of passion fruit farming is that it does not require a lot of space. You can plant up to 350 plants in 1/4 of an acre. Each single plant, if farmed well, can produce up to 15 kilograms per year. The plant is propagated through seed, cuttings, and through tissue culture. Seed is the most common method of propagation, for it is easily practiced even by inexperienced farmers. A kilogram of passion fruit can fetch between 40 shillings and 50 shillings on the local market, but this depends on the season.
Tamarillo, best known by the name tree tomatoes in Kenya, is a fast-growing tree that grows up to 2 to 5 meters. Peak production is reached after 3 to 6 years, depending on the cultivar, and the life expectancy is about 12 years. Tamarillo plants grow best in light, deep and fertile soils, although they are not very demanding. However, soils must be permeable since the plants are not tolerant to waterlogging. Most farmers in Kenya use seeds as a means of propagation, but it's also possible by the use of using cuttings. Seedlings first develop a straight, about 1.5 to 1.8 meters tall trunk before they branch out. Propagation by seeds is easy and ideal in protected environments. Seedlings should be kept in the nursery until they reach to a height of 1 to 1.5 meters for efficient growth. A single tree can produce more than 30 kilogram fruits per year. An orchard yields in 15 to 17 tons per hectare. Tamarillo is faintly resistant to most diseases and pests. However, the tree is prone to powdery mildew, which causes the leaves to fall off. Application of copper oxychloride can control the disease.
Welcome to In the Farm segment, and today we are here at Charoza Farm, joining Mrs. Waweru to learn more about mixed farming. Join me. So introduce yourself to us, tell us your name and what do you do?
I'm Rosa Njeri Waweru. I'm a teacher, a retired teacher by profession. And when I retired, I decided to come into full-time farming. That is in the year 07. Charoza Farm is located in Limuru sub-county of Kiambu County. And we're exactly along the Limuru Nazareth Hospital Road, just next to Mabruki Tea Factory. It's a 12-acre piece of land where we do mixed farming. Yeah.
When did you start doing farming?
Actually, we started in a very humble way back in the year 2000. Specifically, we kept animals, that is dairy cattle, just to provide the family with the basic needs, that is the milk and the vegetables or household requirements. But I found a lot of interest. Therefore, on my retirement, I chose to come to the farm on full-time basis. That is in the year 07. If I would call, Charoza Farm would be a one-stop shop, a one-stop farm. That means if you want vegetables, you're able to get them. If you need dairy cattle, milk, you get from the dairy cattle. If you want pork, you get from the pigs. Currently, we have 14 different types of vegetables. All the cabbage family, and the cabbage family includes the white cabbage, the red cabbage, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the sukuma. All those are in the brassica family, or what we call the cabbage family. Then we have the spinach, we have the lettuce, we have the dania, we have beetroots, we have celery, we have leeks, we have carrot, hoho, both the two of them, red and yellow, as well as the green.
So I hope the governor knows that you're Kiambu's bread basket.
I hope so.
Where do you sell your products? Or rather, where is your market? What is your market? Do you just sell them in Kiambu or other places outside Nairobi? What's your market?
Charoza being so close to Nairobi, the city center, that is our main target for the horticulture area. In fact, we provide our vegetables to a lodge in Amboseli called Otukai. So our products go as far as Amboseli. Amboseli is in Saba West? Yes, they are the other end. But in Nairobi, we provide several supermarkets. Therefore, vegetables we sell out. We don't do what we call farm sales. No, we have orders that we take out. Now, as for the piggery, our main customer is the farmer's choice. We are contracted farmers, so we supply them on sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly, depending on the volume that we have. But for the dairy, for the milk, our main customer is the Limuru Dairy. The Limuru Dairy, which is next door here. Now this is the dairy unit. Where we are right now is we accommodate the cows that we are milking, or the ones that we have dried. That means they are not, they are just about to calve. But we have another section elsewhere where we have now the haifas, the ones that when we win them here, we take them together with those that we have served ready again to come this end. Okay. So here we only have cows that we are milking, depending on their milk production. So these ones are giving us in the morning 180 liters.
180 liters, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And in the afternoon they are giving us 70.
So that's roughly 220 to 250 in a day. Yeah. They feed on.
Yeah.
So how is
now this is a mixture. This is a mixture of silage and hay.
Silage and hay.
Silage and hay. So silage, we have we take either young napier grass or young maize stalks that are in their milking stage. We chop using a machine, then compress them in a silage pit and preserve that feed so that they will be using it, for instance, during the dry spell. 90% of the milk is made from water.
Yes, yes.
So they
yes.
have to drink
Yes.
a lot of water. You don't, and it has to be clean water.
Yes.
Clean water.
Very clean.
Clean. If you find that water the same volume today and tomorrow, it shows that water is not clean.
So it means if the water is a bit contaminated, they will not drink.
They will not, if it's smelly, if it is rusty, they will not take it. And
Wow.
you can tell. In fact, even if this will be reflected in the milk production. We wash every day. We wash their mattresses.
Yes,
They
yes, I
get-
can see the mattresses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Limuru being a cold place.
Yes.
For them to sleep on the floor, again, there will be the energy that they should have used to produce milk will be conserved for
Into
heat.
heating their body.
So what we do is we put each a mattress on which it sleeps.
Okay.
Very few of them ever sleep where there is no mattress.
Yes. Oh.
So during the washing time, surprisingly you find all of them, by instinct, all of them go in.
Oh, they're disciplined.
Yeah, somehow, they all go in
Yeah, okay.
and they face that direction. So you do the cleaning. Once you leave that section, they
Yeah.
come out
Oh.
and continue feeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about this music in the music in this place. Okay, music where cows are. Is it a must that there must be music where cows are? Or
Well,
what's
the
the-
theory says that cool music is good, is very therapeutic. Because you know cows, just like any other animal, they get stressed.
Oh,
They could be sick,
okay.
they could be just about to calve. Or there are many factors that make them to be stressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, Willie Paul, you are helping the cows not to have stress in any way because your music is one playing on the background.
This is the greenhouse, one of the greenhouses.
One of the greenhouses.
Yeah, we have 3 functional.
Wow.
Yes, and we plant all the varieties of veggies. Because there are certain vegetables when you plant them inside they do better. Something like the cauliflower, it does better in the greenhouse.
So you can show me as we.
I'll show you the
Yes, I
cauliflower.
would love to see them.
There are 2 types of cabbages.
Yes.
We have, that is what we call the white cabbage.
This one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is what we commonly, that is what is known.
Yes.
This is a red cabbage. These are red cabbages.
I don't think I've ever eaten.
You've
red
never
cabbages.
tasted. There you are.
Wow.
And it's very sweet and
Yeah.
also equally expensive.
Yes, yes.
And
Probably that's the reason I've not eaten it yet.
surprisingly, not most of our people don't know them.
Yeah.
Most of the people don't know them. So these are red cabbages. So we have white cabbage here. We have red cabbage here. We have broccoli. We have cauliflower. We have spinach. And we have
You have this is
the hohos.
Yes.
The
hoho.
hohos. Now the hohos, all hohos start green.
Okay.
So if you have market for green hohos, you harvest them when they are green. If you have for colored, then allow them, give them a little more time so that they turn color and become yellow. Like that yellow
Yes, that one.
was one time green.
Oh.
Now the other end, the other row, we have red. You can see there is one there that is turning red.
Yes.
And even here we have a number of red.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
All
over
right.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So in total, in this particular greenhouse, we have 6 vegetables.
Please tell us the challenges that are commonly faced in mixed farming.
I think the advantages outweigh
The challenges.
the challenges.
Okay, I like that.
I would almost say that.
Yes.
Because even when you look at it from the economic point of view, if one thing is not doing well, for instance, with the tea picking,
Okay.
we have maximum production during the wet season. Like now we are experiencing that high peak because of the heavy rains that we've just had. Now come June, July, this being Rimuru area, is very cold, the production goes down.
Okay.
So you find if you had set yourself economically and the tea production is not giving you proper proceedings, the piggery unit will support you.
Yes.
And the same thing, anything that is affected by cold, even the cows are affected, the production of milk during the dry season is also low due to lack of feeds. All right? However, all said and done, other than that, you find, in my opinion, I have no regret about mixed farming. I want to quote a fellow that I admire. Akuyo says that do what you know best in the best possible way. Don't move from here to there, because you might think farming is difficult, you try something else and you don't get it. The same I will tell my fellow farmers, stick where you are. Stick where you are, at least by doing farming. First and foremost, whether you are able to make good profit or not, you are feeding your family healthily. If you're just satisfied with what you have, it is good to go.
All right, thank you so much.
That's the best thing that I know.
Wow,
Yes.
lovely.
Okay,
We appreciate
and I'm
it.
proud of it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that has been such a great time here at Charoza Farm with Mrs. Waweru.
What is the importance of having a nursery?
In a nursery, you can be able to manage several crops in a very small area. You can have like 1,000 seedlings in a very small area, so it's very easy to manage. That's one thing. Another thing, okay, in terms of management, I'm talking about maybe you can be able to check if there's a crop that has diseases. You can be able to check whether there's a crop that needs particular nutrients, so there's some nutrient deficiency. Okay. Another thing, you can be able to maybe water very easily, because a seed, when it's at that stage, is very delicate. It needs a lot of care. It's like a small baby. Small baby needs a lot of care before he can grow to be able to take care of himself. So that's why we need to really take care of the seed from the very beginning. If you don't take care of your seed when it's small, the problems that they are facing at this particular point, they'll continue facing them in the field. So at the end of the day, you will, if you don't take good care of it when it's very small, you will be postponing the problems to the field, and the management in the field will be very, very costly, and at the end of the day, you will not have a healthy crops.
And what is the ideal site for nursery establishment?
A nursery is set up, it should be an area that is fairly open, not under trees, fairly open. If possible, a virgin land that has not been cultivated before, or crops have not been grown there before. Another thing is the history of the crops that have been grown there. There is a possibility you can have an area where maybe you are growing tomatoes that were grown there had challenges with pests and diseases. So if you establish a nursery there, the problems, or the challenges that were there before will definitely be transferred to your crops in the nursery. Okay.
And what are the steps involved in management of the nursery?
Ideally, a nursery should be raised. You should use raised beds to make a nursery. It's very easy. The soil should be made to be very fine. So you should work on your soil, make it fine as much as you can. Then you raise it to about 15 centimeters from the ground. The size will depend on what you want to the number of seeds you want to sow, but ideally it should be a width of 1 meter, which is easily manageable. The length can go as much as you can, but a width of 1 meter. 1 meter is appropriate for easy management. So you can if for example you want to establish a nursery for onions to grow in one acre, probably you can establish quite a number of those 1 meter long nurseries. The media we use here, this media here, this is cocoa peat. It is very light. The importance of doing this is because this is an inert material. It doesn't have diseases. It's clean. It's not like soil. So the advantage is it is clean. It doesn't have pests and diseases. But another disadvantage is it doesn't have nutrients like soil. You know, soil has natural nutrients. It doesn't have anything. So you need to feed it like you feed yourself. So for it to be able to help you produce your healthy crop. So it is a cocoa peat, and when you buy a cocoa peat, you can buy a cocoa peat that is treated or cocoa peat that is not treated. For farmers who want to excel in their farming, nursery preparation and nursery production and nursery management cannot be overemphasized. It's very important to be able to produce a healthy seedling, because a healthy seedling from the nursery translates to better production in the field. So get it right from the beginning.
Today in our How To segment, we are going to learn how to control greenhouse pests. One of the major insect pests that is affecting the Kenya greenhouse farmers is Tura absoluta. This is a leaf mining moth that goes after tomato farmers. One control measure is by the use of pheromones to attract the moth inside the greenhouse. This type of trap is known as delta trap. There is a sticky card onto which there is pheromones placed on the plastic small gadget to attract the male turas, which upon reaching the sticky card get stuck on the glue that has been applied on the sticky card, and this effectively reduces the population of the moths inside the greenhouse. It is quite an effective control option, considering farmers will have to refer to very expensive and harmful chemical which can lead to residue on easy tomatoes in the greenhouses. Hang it inside the greenhouse at strategic points, slightly under the leaf canopy, like this. Another trap that eliminates the adult molds is called Tura sun trap. It has the same elements and techniques. Pheromones are put inside the gadget to attract the mold, which is drawn in the soapy water that is filled on this trap. Trap pests by the use of yellow sticky cards as well. Use this to trap the whiteflies. Whiteflies are small flying insects, and they usually affect the plant by sucking the sap from the leaves. You'll find many greenhouses in Kenya infected with whiteflies. They affect the underside of the leaves. The sticky cards are yellow in color, and flies are attracted by the yellow color. The glue on the yellow sticky card sticks flies on it. Fix the card by strings in the greenhouse, preferably slightly above the canopy. One of the problems that we face in greenhouses in Kenya is failure to achieve the right coverage when you do overspray application. First of all, make sure the operator is fully protected and is in the right protective clothing for the activity. Second, that the pump pressure is okay and the spraying coverage is adequate, because most of the insect pesticides are contract-based. Spray well under the plant leaves as he is doing. Most farmers miss the insect pest that is usually located underside the foliage. It is important that the sprayer adopt the right spray technique and ensure there is thorough coverage for spray pest management.